Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. and you're listening to the home of Commodore 64 remixes, Slay Radio. Let us spice up your evening with Slaygon's incoherent ramblings.
Anywho Hazel.
And Ziona's pro dance moves. To the best selection of remixes, sits, and demo scene tracks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this thing. Slay tuned.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, are we audible? Are we on air?
I hope so.
Okay, I hope so too.
Yes, we are.
Yes, it appears that it's 2019 and the 12th of March and we have a very special evening because we can welcome the newcomer of the last year on the remix scene in about an hour via Skype, and we will have a deep talk with him, and of course everyone can have their questions as well.
And please don't ask them in Greek, because we do not speak Greek.
Yeah, exactly. The guy speaks Greek though. He is called Vaggelis Papadopoulos. Am I saying it right? Papadopoulos, indeed. Yes, the intonation is important. He is going to tell probably a lot of things about how he achieved this title, and he has excellent remixes. And of course, those who love rock and metal remixes will love this evening. I'm pretty sure about that. And go ahead and gather your questions in advance if you feel like, because certainly he would be happy to hear them as well. He is quite new on the remix scene, but he will tell everything later on. What else might be there? I'm going to say I'm going to tell you, Slaygon, it's a bit confusing that I'm talking to myself in the background, so yeah.
Are you talking to yourself in the background?
I can hear myself talking in the background, yeah. Thank you.
You mean, right, of course.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
That one. I thought I had some sort of weird loop going on, but no, I didn't.
And now we create an endless weird loop with this. Sure. No, we don't, not anymore. We are streaming on Facebook and on YouTube as well, and of course you can join us on EFNet, on IRC, EFNet and Slay Radio channel. And of course you can have your requests. The first hour is all about requests as usual, but of course before that I usually play a specific song. What's going on there?
On IRC, someone calling themselves What the Fuck, as in WTF. What the fuck, is there a live show going on? Oh, I still have this nick. Funny.
Yeah, indeed. We don't know if it's someone that we know or not, but
Vimana from Finland.
Oh, okay. Greetings to you as well. And a lot of people are doing things here. Well, definitely we will talk about this later on the IRC. The channel is really alive. And since it's a rock and metal evening, and since there might be people listening who are not familiar yet with the remix scene, I would start with a classic remix that those who are with us for a while surely know.
Let's start softly with a short one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we don't have that many requests yet. So squeeze in
gather.
your request, then of course we can fill up the evening right before the interview as well, and of course we can play those after it. And the song that we are going to open up the evening with is Machine Supremacy and Sidology 2 Trinity, which is definitely a great medley of all time, and I would also love to send it to a friend of mine, sending a message that it's certainly worth it. It's always worth it to continue.
Because rock!
Yes, definitely. And he said himself he identifies with this song. So let's play it for him and for everyone. classic masterpiece.
Indeed.
Never,
very, very nice.
Never could be bored at it, I think.
Nope. Never.
Never. And yeah, since it's a metal evening, more metal requests are coming up soon. But of course, you can request anything in the first hour, so it's not only metal. And it appears a lot of people are joining on IRC. For example, Lola, who says now that there's only 6 hours of difference between him and the Slay headquarters. So
time shift. Last Sunday, I think they had the summertime shift in the US, and we will have ours in a few weeks on the 31st, I guess.
31st?
31st of March or something like that, and then there's 2 hours difference, or 7 hours difference again.
Okay, Lola says that it was originally 7 hours difference between us, but that 1 hour makes a big difference. Oh, I feel for you totally. That 1 hour makes such a big difference in the morning,
especially in the morning.
Oh, that is just such a huge difference, really. So,
indeed.
Yeah, maybe not for morning persons, but for evening ones, it certainly does a big difference. I can tell you an example. When I was going to 8 at one of my workplaces, and in the first weeks, I think that my day was completely, like, half of the day was in zombie mode, and I got so hungry, like in the first hour, that I felt like I could eat an elephant. And at 12, when there was lunchtime,
and it wouldn't surprise me if you actually could eat an actual elephant.
Well, yeah, I have capacity, you know that.
I do.
I just hide it well. So it's a funny thing, and it was literally like everything. I was so hungry the entire day. I needed that plus energy, to wake up for the 1 hour earlier. And then they set me like 1 hour later, when I made a kind of agreement with my boss that can I go to 9, and then I can stay like 1 hour later as well. And guess what? I wasn't hungry. I wasn't in zombie mode. And everything just changed for better.
It tends to ruin the whole day.
Yeah, and of course, you can set yourself earlier if you are working on it. It's not impossible.
I've actually tried for like half a year straight. I forced myself to go to bed earlier and forced myself to get up at the exact same time every single morning. Didn't work. Sure, it got a little bit easier, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it might...
Still a fucking zombie.
Might cumbersome to override habits that you were practicing for long years, of course, but it's not impossible. I can always wake up when I have something to do, but certainly 1 hour can make a big difference sometimes. So, yeah. Indeed. And, well, shall we play the first request of the evening?
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're here to do?
Yes, this is what we are here for, especially in the first hour. Kolmar had the first request, and it was Bar and Trust Full of Oxygen remix. He was
a bar full of oxygen.
A bar
what happened to the bear?
Good question. But the thing that we know, that this is the newest remix on AKO. It was approved 5 days ago, so it's out there for 5 days now. And we have 4,006 tunes at the moment, and 989 artists. So, dear future remixers, if you are listening, we need 11 more artists, and the remix scene will reach 1,000 artists. The 64 remix scene.
If we can find 11 other remixers that I can do cooperations with, that will fill the list up.
Be careful what you wish for. You will get requests later on.
I instantly knew I shouldn't have said that.
Especially that you have some things to attend to, right?
I do indeed.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be some sort of busy months ahead of you, I think. Now that we have,
it's kind of getting close to the end line or finishing line.
Finishing line?
Yes, finishing line.
Yeah, but people don't know what the finish line, yeah. Yeah, the finish line for symphonic instrumentation. And
the 8-bit symphony, and trying to get all of that done. Currently, those things are looping between the orchestrator and Chris Abbott, who are trying to figure out a good level between the different orchestra sections and whatnot, and then they are coming to me for some minor tweaks.
Yep. And I think we can say that we have 3 months left until the concert, because it's 12th and the concert will happen on 15th June. So yeah, slowly we can order the tickets, not the concert tickets, obviously we have them, but plane tickets and all of that, you know.
Yeah, and book a hotel and that sort of
exactly.
trivial things.
Logistics.
I'll just sleep in the hall concert hall.
Concert hall. Ha, ha, ha. No, let's play a song that was very bad.
Let's.
What a fine fade out. If we would be...
Longest fade... No, wait. It's not.
Yeah, but it's a very nice catch indeed. The newest tune on RKO, Trust, made by Bar. The full of Oxygene remix, and Lala said that it's a full spot on, especially the start of spot on emulation of Jar's classic.
Indeed. Very theremin-y as well.
Theremin?
Yes. Theremin, the spooky type instrument.
Oh yeah, that one. Ah, right. I didn't really know the name of that. Great, thank you. Always something to learn.
Yeah, Thurston Johnston says, can't believe I will miss out on the 8-bit symphony. Yeah, me either. That's not good.
No, it's very, very not good, especially that it might be a once-in-a-lifetime event, so of course no one knows yet how it will turn out, but certainly it will be epic.
Awesome.
Yeah, it wouldn't really happen like once every year. I don't know how it will happen, but certainly it needs a lot of preparation, and yeah, it's quite a huge project, right? And Votega said, by the way, she will be there as well. She said that today she's not able to join us. She only joined the channel to tell us that.
Oh.
Because she will be in Zurich listening to Ryan live.
Oh, very
Yes.
nice. Say hello to Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. I told her that we greet him and we hug him and everything, and you know, all of that. We love him. Ryan is just not able not to be loved. Oh my god, this is a double negation. I fucked it up. Yeah, now it's your turn to correct my English again.
No.
Why not? Because I'm asking you to do so?
No, because I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
Right. You never listened to me. Yeah. Now it's my turn to say that. It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay. So yeah, the Ryan's live concerts are really, really good, and it's also, you have to see Ryan live.
Yeah, he's a magician.
Yeah, he is.
He actually is a card magician as well.
Oh yeah, that's very true. So it's also a funny thing. And I think we can carry on with the next request, which seems to be a metal request, but since metal is the artist, not the title of the song, I think it's going to be a bit more funky. It's called Beatbassie Sofa Remix, and it was requested by LP Chip. He would love to hear this awesome tonnage. Of course we can play it for you, LP Chip. Hi.
Feel it. Yeah, I like this one. Sound good to me. Yeah. Check it out now.
Wow, what a chilly ending. After this very, very
chilly.
funky song.
Spices.
Spicy, funky, everything.
Chili. Pepper.
I know you like it. You like it on that level that I still can deal with it, but it's on the edge. That's how Slaygon cooks usually. It's a little bit on the edge.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, but it's very nice and tasty, and certainly it doesn't lack spices, which I like because I also like spices. I'm a Hungarian or something.
You like spices as long as they're called paprika.
No, it can be pepper as well, and the proper amount of salt.
No, define proper.
Well, it's you need a certain proper amount of salt as well. I don't like to oversalt things, but definitely you need some sort of amount of salt. Oh yeah, and recently I'm not cooking very often, but I tried to do some sort of apple marmalade on the weekend because, well, reasons.
Turned out nice. Yeah, I had to make room in the freezer.
Yeah, the story was that we had an apple tree in the backyard,
and then we didn't.
And then we didn't because there was a huge wind, and we tried to restore it. However, well, it wasn't really a two-people job. I think way more people would be needed. And also, it's kind of tricky to maintain because you need to pay attention and you need to treat it with all those chemicals and you know what stops actually insects going there, and yeah, gardening is not our thing yet. I don't know if ever will be, but yeah, I don't know really. So there are some people who start to love gardening, like
yeah, true.
After
it's like,
they turn like
they retire and think, okay, now what?
Yeah,
and then they
go
start gardening.
Yeah, but there are certain people, also youngsters, who actually move out from the city and they start to provide things for themselves. That's also very understandable.
Sure.
And great, and I admire that. I just wouldn't be one of them, but that's another story. But I really admire those people.
We might actually talk about that later on.
Oh. We? You mean you and I?
No, with Vaggelis.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, can't wait for the guy. He's a really cheerful guy from the cheerful, sunny Greece, and I find
which is not sunny today, apparently.
No, it's rainy, he said, but it's a really funny thing for me that some musicians, metal musicians, you wouldn't really expect to come from such a sunny side of the Earth globe because, well, let's face it, those countries make way more Latino type of dance music than metal, right? So I'm always happy to meet someone who is an exception in that sense. And it wasn't really long ago when I have met a Spanish guy who does power metal. Excellent. It's just, and he moved to Sweden for that. How excellent country he has chosen for that. It's one of the best, definitely.
Yeah, there's quite a few metal bands around here.
Quite a few, right?
Yeah, I was in one as well when I was a kid. Yeah.
Oh, when you were a kid. So it's a kids metal band. Right. How cute.
Yeah, well, I was like 15, 16.
Ah, okay.
We were called Anubis.
Ah, right. Gotcha. And what kind of metal did you play?
Well, the type that nowadays would probably be called rock.
Oh, so it wasn't real metal?
No, it's like a kind of classic rock type stuff that you could hear in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Like Kiss, some Metallica type stuff, that sort of thing. Gary Moore.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, I love him as well. Excellent. And yeah, now it appears that we carry on not with a rock but with a metal version of a song, which was Kolmar's request. Aki Järvinen and Rambo II Ingame Theme meta version. And people, if you have requests, it's probably time to add them, because it appears that we have plays in the request queue. So now
there's a few slots left over, so grab them while you can.
Yeah, indeed. Here comes Aki Järvinen. trying to annoy Puko here.
Karang. Well, slightly, but she didn't seem to mind me whistling for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks up at least.
We figured out that Puko can get annoyed when she hears whistling. We don't know why, and therefore, of course, we are waiting for her to talk, at least on air. She has an adorable voice, but
it's like when you take a shower, she's out there trying to protect you from the water. I think it's the same with the whistling. She's worried that you're broken or something.
Yeah. Yes, a very, very nice evening. Metal evening. Mostly metal evening, it appears so to me. Because we have the next song also scheduled, and I think it's also on the metal side. It looks like not an accident. Not an accident. I think Waggu or Waggu? Waggu or Waggu?
Let me check. Where is it?
Well,
Waggu, I guess.
Waggu. Okay. Waggu requested Juha Kaunisto and Zoids play by numbers. And you knew the story of this song, so would you please tell me a few things about it?
I think he released the Ancestors one first, and he wasn't happy with the mixing or the drum line that he programmed, so he sent it off to a session drummer and redid a bunch of stuff in the revisited version.
Okay.
So,
like a real drummer and
session
things.
drummer.
Yeah, so okay, that sounds really interesting. Compared to like a normal electric drum line to
well, it was still like acoustic drums in the original version, but he thought they were a bit too stale and kind of lifeless. So
okay, well, okay, why not? So I guess here comes Juha Kaunisto, aka Sumpi, and Zoids revisited version for Waggu. Waggu. Yes. Waggu. that drum roll reminds me to carnivals and street festivals that sometimes we also had. There is a flower festival in my hometown annually, and it's in August, and of course all sorts of drummers and dancers and people are participating from many countries, and there are flower cars. It's like cars fully decorated with flowers, and they are all thematic, like certain companies are representing themselves with flower cars. It's really interesting.
And all the flowers, when you shake them, sound like drum rolls.
Almost. They can be, especially if they are dry. And of course it happens like very soon after the flower carnival. So yeah, it's in Debrecen. That's my hometown, the second biggest town in Hungary. So yeah, happens there in August, around 20th of August. Anyway, I think we have one more request to play, and after that we will show you an exclusive preview, and we will welcome the guest of the evening. So how about that? Sounds great?
That sounds excellent to me.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you approve. Oh, and Wagyu says that they also had there in Lucerne, Switzerland, last week at this Lucerne. I'm not really sure if I pronounce it right, but at the Mardi Gras Style Town Festival, Fastnacht. Aha, okay. Tons of monster mask groups rolling around town with drums on wheels and brass instruments and whatnot. Cool. Yep. And apparently Vaggelis, our guest, also just participated at a festival. So he will tell you about that later. He will tell you more about that later. Hopefully I will be able to talk during the interview at least. So, we have Spawatch, who said, "Hi guys, how about Pepe Pineapple's Spy vs. Spy Data Retention Remix? Thanks a lot." Yeah, sure, absolutely. You are very welcome. Haha, I was wondering if Slaygon will make it, but he didn't, so I'm alone. No, not anymore. No, not anymore. Not anymore. Yep. Certainly more and more people are joining the channel. Hi, Artlays, by the way. And Lala is asking you, Slaygon, if for the interview, are you going to stream the Skype video over the YouTube?
We cannot
and Facebook?
do that yet.
Yeah, it's like it's a cumbersome
We don't
thing.
have the technology, even though it is the future. No, it's the rig we are using. It's a bit of a shitty laptop that doesn't even have a proper graphics card in it, so it can't really encode the video properly, so it's all sorts of problems, but we'll sort it in the future. For now, all the video streams are just experimental anyway, so yeah, sorry, not this time around.
Yeah, keep asking, because I know it for a fact that after every questions like this, he will feel worse and worse until he orders some sort of rig that is able to do that. So, yeah. Yeah, I think so, at least. Let me check out if any sort of... Yeah. My computer is still... It seems like it's okay. I just shouldn't touch the Facebook now, because obviously I kind of see what's going on there on the stream. However, I cannot really pay attention. But if I'm pressing the wrong button, we will hear ourselves.
Fatebook.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, shouldn't be an accident.
And of course the Christian version, the Faith Book.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Yep, and Malthus, we know that it doesn't help actually to try to discuss anything in the shout box. We tried.
It doesn't help discussing anywhere.
Yeah, and I really don't want to get into this at the moment, but
yeah, so let's play a song.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall we?
So
we are already overdue for the interview. So
yeah, I know.
Let's start by introducing the man with work in progress.
So the man did a work in progress, and well, let's start introducing him like those who don't know about him. He became the remixer of the year in 2018. No, the remixer of the year, sorry. The newcomer of the year at the Remixer of the Year Awards 2018.
Just slightly confusing.
Yeah, it's just slightly confusing. He certainly did his first remixes last year, and he did all of the rock metal covers. He called all the covers rock metal covers. At the moment on RKO there are 3 remixes available made by him, and can I say that he is the first Greek remixer on the scene, or were there more Greek remixers on the scene?
I honestly don't know. I usually don't pay too much attention to where people are from. If they do good remixes, that's good enough for me. I don't care where they're from.
Yeah, that's a good point, definitely. I certainly don't know anyone else, but you know, Swedes and northern countries certainly are overrepresented on the remix scene, while I don't think that Italian dudes or Spanish dudes or Greek dudes are, so I'm always happy to see people from the south doing remixes as well. And this particular preview he provided us as an exclusive, and it's Jeroen Tel's Golden Axe, and probably it will be soon available on RKO. So let's introduce him with this awesome working progress. shall we? Look at that.
Pop, 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 pop.
Haha.
Pom, pom, pom.
Oops. Hang on. It's me. It was me. I carefully prepared. Hi.
Hello.
Hello there, Vaggelis. How are you now? Can you see us?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay.
We are on the air?
Yes, we are completely on the air. And
that's perfect. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Erika.
Hello, Vaggelis.
hi. Very nice to hear
talking to
you.
you guys.
You
Indeed.
too.
We don't see you at the moment. It's only probably you who sees us. But
wait a minute.
It's radio, so it's fine.
Yeah, everyone will be fine with that, I guess, as well, since we don't have the technical opportunity yet to place the Skype call into the video stream, but we are working on it. Oh, hi! And
Hello.
there you go. We see you
Now you
as
see
well.
me.
Yes.
Hello, and welcome.
Yeah, welcome on air of Slay Radio. So,
Thank you very much.
So how does it feel, and how does it feel to be welcomed on the remix scene?
Oh, it's perfect. It's just perfect.
Yeah, you got quite.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, you got quite.
I'm so happy.
Quite a warm welcome as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can feel the warmth from you guys.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the weather.
No, here it's raining cats and dogs at the moment.
Yeah, for now. Only for today, I guess.
Yes.
Because other than that, it's a perfect weather there, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's sun. It's sunny.
Oh,
Not every day, but most of the days.
yeah, and it's like 20 degrees now by your place, right?
I think it's lower.
Oh, don't disappoint me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I guess it's like, summer is coming. It's already March, so we
Let's
don't have to
fucking
wait
hope.
that much. And you have been recently at a carnival as well, as you said to us.
Yes, we have 3 days carnival here in my hometown and in all Greece. And it was great.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really nice. And you said that everyone were wearing masks, and you were representing yourself as you are.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess your story, well, at least what we see of it, started last year with the remix scene, and you made it as the newcomer of the year. How did it feel for you when you got the news that you actually won something? It's a funny story. He told us about that. And
It's a funny story. I was on a coffee shop and I was taking a coffee out. So I started checking my emails. And I saw Slaygon's email that said, congratulations, you won a prize for the best remixer for 2018. And I said to myself, okay, this is a spam. And I started scrolling down and I said, wait a minute, this isn't a spam. I won something. Excited, shocked. It was the best feeling I ever have had.
wow, and you barely started yet, right?
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, your first remix was what, in October, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first mix was Monty on the Run.
Yeah.
Thing.
We are having a bit of echo now. I think we are coming back from your speakers. If you can lower a little bit the volume, that would be helping.
Of course,
I think.
of course.
So
Wait a minute.
it's all right.
It's better now?
Now I cannot hear myself, I think.
Yeah, that's
Slaygon
good.
neither. Yeah.
Echo!
Echo.
All good.
Yeah, exactly. So So yeah, you must have been quite surprised because you didn't even know that there is such a thing like an annual reward.
Yes, it was shock. I thought I was just covering something, and some people may heard it. Some people, when I started doing the covers, I didn't think that it would be great to have an award. It was a shock. It was a shock.
Did you upload them to YouTube first, or how did you find RKO? Remix.qued.org.
It was I was suggested by Lala.
Oh,
Yes,
of course.
And I checked the site, and I see many synth type songs, and I said to myself, where are the double kick drums? Where are the extreme guitars? And I thought, okay, wrong side. But I put it there, and I was very happy to put in the site.
And speaking of the devil, Lala already have a question for you. Has a question for you. He said, please ask Vaggelis what part of Greece he is from.
I am from central Greece. This is my hometown. I was born in Thessaloniki, though, and I stayed about 10 years in Athens.
Nice. And then you moved back to your hometown, right?
Yes. And it's called Lamia.
Yeah, it is a very nice name.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and well, okay, so it was Lala's fault, so to speak, that you found RKO. So how excellent is that? I didn't know that.
No, me either.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Thank you, Lala.
I'm very grateful, and tell him thank you.
Oh yeah, Lala, you heard it. He's with us on IRC, so he will hear it, I'm pretty sure. And he became the owner of the Lifetime Achievement Award for 2018. So no wonder that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no wonder.
And after I saw that he was a veteran, and the joy was great. I'm so happy that I meet people like Lala, like you guys, and many more in this community family.
Yeah, we can call it as a family as well. Definitely, it's a big family.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. And did you have any story with the Commodore 64 earlier? Anything like in your childhood?
The first Commodore 64, it was I think it was in late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1987.
Aha, so you got your first computer then, and it was a 64. Okay, I understand everything. Okay.
I think I was 7 and my brother was 9. We played together, that's why I mentioned him.
I guess Monty on the Run was one of the first games you played too, right?
Of course, of course. And the funny fact is we had a Commodore with cassettes. So the time to load a game was huge. It was 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we were playing outside, we eating, we do our homeworks, and then the game started to load.
Coffee break, and then you can go back.
Plenty of time. Right.
You could write an entire song within the time you waited for that to load.
Yeah.
And taking a shower.
Yeah, exactly.
And any other favorite great games that you remember that you were playing maybe all the time with?
Games from Commodore 64.
Yep.
Many games. International Karate, Last Ninja, Prince of Persia, Bruce Lee, Winter Games, Boulder Dash, Whizball, Maniac Mansion.
Okay. So you had it all.
Yes. Many games.
Wow.
Just Dread.
Did you have many friends who had Commodore 64s as well?
Not really, because it wasn't so famous in.
Now you're back.
Hang on,
okay.
hang on, you are back. Just
Yeah,
one
it wasn't-
sentence back.
It wasn't so famous in Greece, I guess you were saying.
Yes, I believe at this time, at the late 80s, not many people had computers.
Yeah, that is
So we
true,
were
more or
lucky.
less. Yeah, I said that is true. So
Yes. So we were very lucky to have a PC, to have a Commodore 64.
Yeah, indeed. Did you buy your games like originals, or did you do what everyone else did and copy the cassettes with a double-decker cassette player?
Aha, that's a sensitive question, is it?
Most of them was originals.
Oh, look at that.
Do you still have them?
Some of them, yes.
Cool.
And I said it was originals because we are on a live show. We'll tell you later.
Yeah, of course.
No, he's actually showing the covers on the video stream right now. I can see them. I promise
of
you,
course.
people.
Confirm, affirmative.
Yeah, I'm sorry, people, that you can't actually see the video stream. We'll sort that at some point, but yeah, we can see them.
You are so kind. You are so kind.
Oh, since we mentioned Monty on the Run, I think for those who might not know it, well, shame on you. No, never mind. I'm kidding. For those who don't know, this rock metal cover of yours, we might show them Monty on the Run. How about that?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, so we will be back after a little bit more than 5 minutes. Yeah, all microphones are on, Slaygon.
What's the thingy on the right there?
The thingy on the right is my computer.
Ah, right.
But,
Right.
Vaggelis, would you say something?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you see, it doesn't affect it, so it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a reason for that. Yeah, excellent. So, wow.
I have a question regarding that song. Have you counted how many kicks there are in that song?
I think it's 10,000. I'm joking. I don't know how many. You must ask the drummer who played it.
Exactly. And speaking of which, Lala has his second question. He asks, can he tell a bit more about the guy who plays the drums on his tracks?
Yes, it's called Dimitris Karagiorgos.
Oh.
He's a professional drummer. He plays, he's a session musician, and I was very happy to have him on the tracks.
Wow, okay. And you did all these guitars that we hear in this previous track?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You're a session musician as well, aren't you?
Yes, session hired musician and a guitar teacher.
Wow.
I do private lessons in acoustic and electric guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's a really valid, certified thing, I think, after this track, because this track is described as one of the hardest, even by fast loaders.
Well, this is lesson 1 you start with. If you can't pull this off, you're not in your class.
Lesson 2, 1 is meeting with my students.
Wow. And since when are you teaching guitar lessons? Well, not teaching guitar lessons, doing guitar lessons, actually.
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, since when are you doing guitar lessons?
I think about 10 years. I have doing teaching guitar 10 years.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's certainly an experience. So anyone being in Greece can have a great guitar teacher from Lamia.
Oh, thank you very, very much for the advertising. I think I will send you €1,000 for the advertising, as we agreed.
Oh, well, if I wouldn't take responsibility for recommending you, I wouldn't. So, yeah, after this track, hell yeah, I recommend you as a guitar teacher.
You earn 2,000 now.
Wow, keep going.
Yeah, exactly. We are bidding here.
We'll have that new machine soon, so we can do proper video calls.
That's my limit. Only 2,000. This is my limit.
Oh, wow.
We have some questions on IRC here. What kind of guitar do you use?
At the moment, I have 3 electric guitars. 2 are Epiphone and 1 is ESP. And the Epiphone model, the one is from Jeff Waters of Annihilator, a Canadian band, and a great guitar player. So I took his model, not his. They have many guitars to sell.
Wow.
So you didn't steal his actual guitar then?
Not yet.
Good. Well, I guess that answers your question, Kolmar.
Yeah, and Lala added, Vaggelis, I'm looking for a guitar teacher for my youngest daughter. What are your hourly rates?
Lala, please call me.
Yeah,
later.
exactly. That's a topic for private, I guess. But, well, and Lala lives in the US, so it's kind of cumbersome. Maybe you can find a middle ground somewhere. Yeah. Well, you've been certainly for a while into music. Did you have any musical background, like in your childhood? When did you start to be into music?
I believe it was I was at the age of 8, 10 that I started playing guitar. And now I have 30 years of playing guitar. It's my life.
Yeah.
It's a very big part of my life. This.
Yeah, it's like it takes like a major part of it.
Do you play in more than one band?
Sorry. I had a band with my brother, my bigger brother. We were called Stendor, and we formed a band at, I believe it was 1993.
Wow.
And we had one demo, one CD, and we played some shows in Athens. And we were opening a big band called the Manila Road at 2001, I believe.
Wow.
But I have played in many bands in the past. Rock oriented most. But metal is our life.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can definitely tell after your first 3 tracks that you entered the remix scene with. And who inspires you the most on the 64 and or overall the remix scene? Like favorite musicians, maybe.
Favorite musicians, many. Ben Douglas, Rob Hubbard, Chris Halsberg. It's called
Hulsbeck, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Jero Entel.
Yeah, of course.
Who is my favorite? Because it combines, I believe if Jeroen played metal, he would play the epic, power, majestic metal.
You said earlier that you thought that he is actually a metal guy, he just doesn't know it yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now he knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if he will listen at any point, then he will learn it from here at least. He might be.
So we broke the news.
Just so you know. Yeah, and you said also that he noticed your cover actually on YouTube, right? And he commented on your Myth cover, right?
He commented on Myth, and I was shocked because he's my favorite. He's my crush. So it was a big surprise, and I can't thank him enough. And as you see, the Golden Axe preview, it's again Jero Entel.
Yeah, not much of a surprise, I think. Should we listen to Myth now and introduce them to those who don't know it, maybe?
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's a right time to play it. So
it's always the right time for metal.
Oh yeah, it is. such an energetic tune and made out of one of my all-time favorites, I think.
Made out of metal.
Made out of, out of Sid, but that one is definitely made out of metal. So,
thank you very much.
Wow. Yes, definitely the proper energy level that I love.
TDK joined us on Facebook as well.
Oh, hi TDK.
Hello.
Nice to see you again. Nice.
And George Papadopoulos says, Myth! Yeah!
Oh, how cool is that? Is he your relative?
It happens to be my brother.
Greetings.
Yes.
Very nice.
He's paid also to do questions. I gave him lots of money to say yay. 2 yays, $2,000.
You're running out of money soon here.
Yeah, it appears so. You have to take some loans soon.
Greek crisis is a myth. Not, I'm talking.
That song is a myth.
Yeah.
That song is a myth.
But crisis is not a myth, unfortunately. As we
It's
know
a
it.
reality.
Yeah.
It's a reality, but we live by it. But we have a positive energy.
Yeah. That's the most important, the approach, how you face the problems, because, well...
Yeah, you had some theory about these problems creating more musicians or more time for musicians or something.
Oh, yeah, that was so interesting.
Yeah.
We could talk about it.
Crisis has many bad things in life, but it has a positive thing that music is blossoming in a crisis.
And why do you think is that?
Because people express their anger, their sadness, their happiness, the crisis with music.
Yeah, that's
so
a good point.
It's very productive.
Do you think this economic crisis in Greece has helped in creating all these metal bands that you now have because they needed to express their anger?
Maybe. They were back then, but I think it was better not to have crisis and have lesser metal bands.
Well, there's one thing here that I don't understand, that Scandinavian countries produce a lot of metal music. Yes. However, they are described as some of the happiest countries in the world. So what's the correlation here, Slaygon?
Well, you can't be happy all the time.
Ah, right, and
you have to dig deep into your soul to pull all that darkness out and go out.
Oh, especially that the winter is kind of dark. So yeah, that is a very good point. Or maybe the weather does that to them.
Yeah, all the darkness is like 8 months of darkness.
Well, you describe it like it's so horrible. Actually, it's not really that horrible. But
that's because you live in a city with artificial lighting.
Ah, okay. I thought with artificial life forms. Wait.
Oops, almost revealed the secret here.
So now I know. Never mind. Yeah, so it's you also have told us that there are quite a few metal bands there, like namely several thousands. Like really?
Yes.
What was the number? And how do you know that?
I believe at least 1,000 bands.
Wow.
For Greece, it has 10 million people. The amount of the bands are enormous, and I believe we are the fifth country in Europe with more bands according to our population.
Wow, that's so cool. Actually, you have like 10 million people, exactly like Sweden and Hungary does. So that's the same amount of population. And wow, I'm amazed, really. That's so nice. Indeed. And we didn't talk about the commercial inspirations because we definitely mentioned a few names from the 64 scene. But if you would have to go with commercial music, then who are your favorite artists?
Commercial. Metal bands, of course.
Of course.
Any specific ones?
Yes. I like very much Megadeth. I like very much power metal bands. It's my thing. Stratovarius, Gamma Ray, Halloween. I like the half of the Swedish scene. Like Mesuga, that we talked earlier. In Flames, many bands.
Oh yeah,
many bands.
I totally can relate to that, especially the power metal part. So yeah.
Any favorite guitarists?
I believe my all-time favorite is Jason Baker, Marty Friedman, Yngwie Malmsteen. Many guitarists. Joey Tafola. Many.
There are quite a few.
That's a bunch already.
Indeed. LP Chip has a question for you. Is there any kind of music project you would love to do, or no, sorry. You we can also ask that what kind of music projects you would love to participate at. But his question was about he would never do and why not. So, what are the music projects that you would never participate at and why?
I believe folk music.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Because folk music with the electric guitar, it's kind bizarre.
Sometimes it can work out actually, but it all depends. It's there are certain metal bands mixing the guitars up with some Irish touch on it.
I'm talking about our folk music, Greek folk music.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yes. Bouzouki and electric guitar, it's kind of bizarre because you want to handbag with the electric guitar and you want to dance with bouzouki and break dishes.
Yeah, that might be a funny combination indeed. But then other nations' folk music can play a role here, but not the Greek one.
Of course.
Right, okay.
Of course. I love folk music from other countries. And sometimes I wish it was our folk music to sound like this.
Not to be judgy here, but yes. But it can be like really party music sometimes. Just so you know, at some Hungarian parties at least, when they play Zorba the Greek and such stuff, everyone starts to dance like really fast because this is the purpose of the song, right? And yeah, we know all about it. And it would be strange in metal version, I agree with you.
Just a tiny bit.
Just slightly.
I like very much, there is a called Sky Clan that it mixes folk music with metal. And it's very beautiful. You must listen to that. I believe you will be amazed. It's an old band. It's a band from 80s, 90s, I believe.
Cool. But
Definitely.
You would be fine participating in something like that.
I would love to participate.
Yeah.
To this marriage of music.
And BXRD says, I have a request for Vaggelis, let us hear Monty on the Run Buzuki version. Yeah, that would be so much fun. And actually, it would work out according to the rhythm that it has, and the tempo might.
Maybe yes. It's like Zorba, but it's not Zorba.
Yeah, definitely.
If I chose Zorbas or Monty on the Run, it will be definitely Monty on the Run.
Wow. And speaking of being on the run, Spawatch also has his usual question for you. He asks pretty much everyone about that. What was your first car, and what would be your dream car if you have any, or if you drive?
My first car was a Daewoo Matiz.
Ah, okay.
A small car, and my dream car is having a chauffeur. Because I don't like driving too much.
Okay.
And I sold my car.
Yeah, well, understandable. I think Spawatch never got such an answer, so it's pretty funny.
I vote for hover cars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Preferably without eels. It's an internal joke.
Yeah.
It's a remix by Rauli, I think. My hover car is full of eels.
I haven't heard this, I think. I'm not really sure, at least. Should we check this out? Where is this?
Is it not there?
Well, no, I don't see it. No. Hang on. Eels driving the Hovercraft. Gyroscope.
Yes.
Rauli and Wobbler. Wow. Well, okay. We actually can play that if no one is against it.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, well, a short song as an interlude here. What do you say? Gyroscope, Eels driving the Hovercraft by Rauli and Wobbler. And we will be back after 3 minutes. Yeah, interesting remix of Gyroscope, definitely.
Indeed.
And Seasoned is asking, and I think you will be able to answer to this more than I can. Is not my Hovercraft is full of eels the last line of Boz song 3? It might very well be because, well, British humor. And
of
British
course. I think that actually comes from a Monty Python
yes,
thing.
it does.
Yeah.
So
my Hovercraft is full of eels.
Yeah. And first I had a problem to understand this quote since we dub everything in Hungary and I heard it in Hungarian version before, I think.
And what would my Hovercraft is full of eels be in Hungarian?
A légpárnás hajóm tele van angolnákkal. I guess.
Of course it would. And what would it be in Greek?
Oh my goodness. Vaggelis, do you know this sentence from Monty Python in Greek?
It's from the life of Brian, or from which movie of Monty Python's?
I can't remember. I think it might be one of those sketches they did. I can't remember which one though.
Hang on,
but my Hovercraft is full of eels.
I'm going to find a workaround here. Just wait a little bit. And Slaygon, you can have a question during that to Vaggelis.
Yeah, I saw something scroll past a while back. I can't remember who asked it. Wagyu asked what kind of gear you have, as in other than your guitars, obviously.
Oh, for the gear. Something like that. For the gear, I have most of the time I use plugins from programs like Reaper, and I use virtual amps. But I have here a Blackstar. It's a 5-watt tube amp and some pedals. Like a tube screamer, etc., a wah pedal, something like that.
Okay.
But mostly I use plugins for the recordings.
Okay, like
virtual amps.
Yeah, amp emulators and such. But do you have a preference on those?
I like very much. It's called a Mercurial. It's a Russian company that has Spark. It's emulation of Marshall amps. I have some freeware that I love. A little paid amps and more free. Because the freeware. I like it more.
Yeah, well, it's free, so what's there not to like?
And except that the freeware, the designers, the developers have put all their hearts and their soul to create something very nice.
Yeah, totally agree. Sometimes you find these gems among freeware, but it's really hard to find them. Someone really should do a proper list of good freeware plugins at some point.
Yes, and I believe they've done it. They are some sites that they promote the freewares.
Yeah, it's like there's several blog posts always available, but of course it's a bit subjective because there are things that you might like subjectively, And there are things that might be not the top quality, and some people might judge it because of that, but still it might have some nice sounds.
Yeah, I was thinking of something along the lines of Remix 64, that you have plugins there, and then users can rate them and review them and that sort of thing.
Ah, okay.
Instead of a
story.
blog post with a list of plugins, because there's a billion of those. Just Google for top 10 free plugins, you'll find a billion lists.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I like very much. It's called Emissary Amp. It's an Italian company that gives it free, and it is the best free or paid amp that I ever used.
What
and
is
it's
it?
free. It's free.
Emissary?
Emissary from Ignite Amps.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll check that out.
You must check it out.
I certainly will.
Definitely.
And I'm not paid.
No, don't worry. You'll get a check for $1,000 in your mailbox from somewhere. Nobody knows where it comes from. It just pops in. That's how advertisement works, isn't it?
Randomly, indeed.
So, Coca-Cola, send me my check, because I just said Coca-Cola. Thank you. I'll be waiting for it.
Coca-Cola sucks. Pay Pepsi and they
The
give more money.
anti-advertiser.
LP Chip says vst4free.com is apparently exactly that. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. I'll have a look around there.
I've been there, I think, once or twice.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, can you check your chat messages on Skype? Because I sent you the Hovercraft is full of eels in Greek.
Oh,
Can you read it for us?
of course. Λοιπόν, το αερόστρωμά μου είναι γεμάτο χέλια.
Right.
Το hovercraft μου είναι γεμάτο χέλια. This is better. The translation of the second is close.
Okay.
It's very close.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Lovely.
And eels, χέλια in Greek, it's very, very, very close.
Okay.
Maybe it's a Greek word. I don't know, maybe.
Oh.
Slay Radio, asking the important questions.
Indeed. Lala added that also kvraudio.com.
Oh, yes,
has
of course.
Yes,
those.
yes.
Yeah.
Great site.
Indeed.
And I would be wondering that when was the time when you actually decided that you love the metal genre and not the popular or dance or anything else but the rock and metal?
I believe it was love at first hearing. So everything else was... I listened to many genres of music, and I like most of the genres, but some songs. Metal has millions of songs, and half of them I love them.
Well, we definitely understand that, I think. And if you listen to anything else but metal, then what genre it would be?
It would be rock, 80s pop.
Oh.
Yes.
Like Samantha Fox.
80s and 90s music in general. I love it. I like it very much.
I can relate. Yeah.
Yes. I like also electronic music, but I like the extreme electronic music. For example, I like very much dubstep because it's aggressive.
So that's why
I-
you have your next request. And now I understand it.
and I love the Prodigy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And recently the main singer passed away.
Yeah. It's a shock for all of us, I think. It's
Very talented, and very crazy in a good way.
Definitely. So yeah, that was really a shock, and I probably rarely saw so many people actually grieving a famous singer. So yeah.
The thing is that the metal community was shocked because metalers love Prodigy. Love Prodigy. They can listen Prodigy and metal almost the same, because Prodigy had a vibe, had aggression, musicality, melodies, craziness.
Definitely craziness.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I would probably at this point I would introduce your next request, but you can tell a few words about it, why you requested this song.
Okay. My next request is I don't know if you know him. He's standing next to you. It's Slaygon's Platoon remix that I love, and it was my request.
Oh,
thank you very much.
So lovely.
And before we start that, Kolmar posted the Finnish version of the Hovercraft is full of eels.
So it's Slaygon's turn now. Yeah.
Minun ilmatyyny alus on täynnä ankeriaita.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's like a Greek to you.
Exactly.
No, that's like Greek to wait, not you. Wait,
not to you. Certainly not to you, but to us. Yeah. Well, definitely. I think we know a few more languages, but but we certainly can only do this within our range. So yeah. So I'm going to play your request now, and 4 minutes, and we are back. That sounded more like farting that you just did.
Yes.
Yep. But
Amazing. Amazing.
Very
Not
nice
the part,
track.
the song. Congratulations, Slaygon.
Thank you.
And speaking of this, we haven't asked you about that yet. Of course, you played in bands, but do you compose your own tracks as well, besides doing remixes?
I have some songs, but they stayed on my closet. I composed in the early days, but usually I do some guest solo lead guitar work for friends, for bands. So it's like composing something.
Yeah, definitely, it can be. And maybe you use your kind of imagination during that too. It's like doing variations and such, very similar thing.
And maybe in the future I will compose or do something mine for sure.
That would be nice.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, and also you started quite a while ago YouTube channel, and you have more than 600 subscribers within like 2 years, I think, something like that, right? That's really nice.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and my subscribers have a variety of people. There are people from metal genres. There are people from games like Commodore 64. I thank them very much for subscribing to my channel.
And of course, this channel was responsible also for Lala telling you that you have to upload the things, I guess, right? Of course, yeah, that's how it works. Nice. And do you have any goals with the YouTube channel for the future? To expand or to do new things, maybe? Or keep going on with remakes and remixes?
My goal is to expand and to make as many collaborations as I can. And my channel has some covers, guitar solos, Commodore 64 chapters. So I want a variety of covers and maybe in the future collaborations or something mine.
Oh, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can get you some more subscribers. We posted the channel now on various places.
Yeah,
and I hope. Thank you very much.
And Wagyu posted it on IRC as well.
Yeah, is it easy to find you after your name on YouTube? Because you kind of mentioned that your name is quite often in Greece, right?
Yes, Papadopoulos is a very rare name. Half of Greece are called Papadopoulos.
So it's like Smith in the UK.
So I'll call you John Smith from now on.
Exactly.
Yes, I am John Smith of Greece.
Yeah, John Smith of Greece.
It's like from Neo.
Yeah, Matrix.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes, half of Greece it's called Papadopoulos. But if you Google on YouTube, if you write on YouTube Vaggelis Papadopoulos, I think I will come first. Or you can see my face and you can say, this is it. This is the guy.
This is the face I've been looking for.
Definitely.
Yes, this beautiful face. I'm blonde. My eyes are a deep blue, as you see now.
Well, there's nothing wrong with dark eyes and dark hair, so you don't have to say that.
Thank you very much. and my modeling career has ended. So I'm so happy that you say these things to me. It's very flattering.
BXRD has also a question for you, and that ties up to something I wanted to ask you as well. Have you been to a Bit Live event before? Back in Time Live event? If not, would you like to?
I never been there. I will die to be there, and I hope one day I can manage to go and meet people and see the live shows. I believe it will be amazing. I saw some shows, I think, from last year.
Ah, so you were there virtually, so to speak.
Yes,
Aha.
yes. In heart and soul. But my body is a little bit heavy to be there at person.
We understand. Yeah, it was happening in Norway, and well, it was a blast, certainly, and I think you would love Fast Loader's concert. It's on YouTube. It's still on YouTube, right?
I think it is, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw the concert. I saw my brother sent me the link, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I will headbang at the first row.
Definitely, then you could join us. You could have joined us because we were headbanging in the first row as well. So, yeah, and there were some electronic music kind of things happening too. But I think you might also join Ryan's performance for sure, because he is not really a metal guy, but he is a really kick-ass live musician, and we call him magician because he simultaneously plays with instruments, like you
all
name
of them.
all of them. You know, it's like crazy.
He has a loop
guy.
He has a looper that he kind of records one instrument, then he loops it live on stage, and then he plays the next bit, like a guitar or bass line, and then he goes on to play the next bit and so on.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Talented guys.
Yeah,
He
so
really is, yes.
I think you should join at some point, maybe to the next upcoming event, because and of course my question would be also that if you plan to visit any sort of 64 related event, not to mention actually the symphonic event that we are talking about now kind of all the time, because we are really waiting for it. It's going to happen in the middle of June, and it's going to be an entire symphonic orchestra only performing 64 related songs. And it's going to be in the UK.
We are kind of close to UK. I hope I can make it.
Yeah. So I'll make you a deal. You keep the $2,000 you were going to send us and come to that concert instead.
The $2,000, they're not enough. $2,000 are only for the booze we will drink in the concert.
Look at that.
and maybe I will return in Greece by foot or by hitchhike.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, it's really funny because Greece from Hungary is not really far, and I had a vacation in Greece for 10 days in 2007, I think, and we went by car. It was like a 5-hour car ride, and it was pretty cool, and it was around Olympic Beach. And
I was around that area in 2007 too.
Oh, look at that. We could have met before, right?
Yeah, we're very close. With the car, how many hours are from Hungary to Greece?
I think we went from Budapest, and we drove like 5-6 hours maximum.
Oh. Oh, very close, very close.
Indeed. And
Yeah.
it was also the lovely time of forest fires, like in the warmest time of the year, like 40 degrees sometimes. So it was kind of fun because we were prepared all the time that we might have to leave soon.
Oh. Bad timing, bad timing.
Yeah, but it
But
was
it
all right.
happened.
It was all right. No harm was done, and everyone was happy about the vacation. So
Except to the forest.
forest
But then
might
it-
not have been happy.
Yeah, but then again, it's good for the forest, actually, to burn sometimes.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I think we could talk about this. How about playing a request and returning it after? Maybe we can give Vaggelis as well a little bit of pee break or something. You know? Okay, so here comes a request from Declan from Dublin, who wants to hear Machinae and Lazy Jones, obviously from the album It's Binary Baby. do you want to say, Vaggelis, that you want to give us still 30 seconds? Probably not, or probably yes. No.
Take as much time as you need.
Oh, yeah. No, we are back. We are all right. So, never mind. Martin.
False more signals.
Martin waltzed lazily through the living room kitchen to the previous song, he said. Oh, wow. Bless
Sorry,
you.
that came out of nowhere.
Bless you.
And Wagyu said, I would like to know if Vaggelis ever gets mistaken for Vangelis. And actually, I would like to know that too.
Vangelis the composer?
Yes.
You mean?
Yes.
We don't look like Vaggelis. I wish I would be like him. I wish not to have his kilos. But it's one of the kind. Vaggelis Papadopoulos, he's a legend.
He's a heavyweight in music.
Heavyweight legend. Yeah, but
he's a legend, and he composed unbelievable music. Mythodia, for example, when they sent a spaceship from NASA, it was Vaggelis Papadopoulos music.
Oh, the Golden Disc. You mean?
Not. I think 5 years ago they sent a spaceship. I believe in the gold disc. Yeah, yes.
and
I think.
Right. I was referring to the Golden Disc they attached to the two space probes that were sent out in the 70s.
With the notes and the human.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I can't remember what's on what they put on that thing.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago.
he is a part
we can
of
Google it.
Yeah, but
part of the Earth globe
Earth globe.
inheritance.
Earth globe sphere. We already have a Jean-Michel Vangelis on the scene called Marcel Donnet.
Oh.
Yeah, good point. And is Vaggelis an often used name too, or only Papadopoulos?
Vaggelis is also a common name.
Okay. So
in
it's
Greece. Yes.
So
yeah,
it really
it's
is.
by you.
So it really
It's
is
exactly
John Smith of
John
Greece.
Smith. Oh. It's exactly John Smith.
Okay, we will remember that. So in your own country, it's not really a confusion, but just so you know, everywhere else it might be a confusion, because I also misread your name first, and I thought that Vangelis? Oh no, hang on, something different. So yeah.
No worries. Here in Greece, we have all a specific name. We call each other Malakas. I don't know if you know that.
No. I don't think so.
In Greece, Malakas is an asshole. Yes. And we use it often. And we say, where are you, Malakas? like a nickname. It's very common. It's very common.
Nice.
Yeah, who would have thought? And Lala added that incidentally, Vangelis is my favorite composer and musician. Just so we know that Lala still has a great taste in music. We knew that, of course, but
Yeah.
it's. I think shortly we will play something from him, since it was your request as well, right? So since he brought you to the remix scene, it's all his fault.
I'm very grateful for doing that, and I love Lala's remixes.
No, so I hope, Lala, that you heard it. And we didn't talk about the interesting fact. What do you do for a living? It's also a very interesting topic, actually, because it's completely not music.
What I do for a living? I studied as an agronomist. But nowadays I live by doing guitar lessons.
Sorry, then you actually make a living out of that, so that's a great thing, and of course a rare thing too, so pardon me.
No worries.
Yeah, exactly, but why agriculture? So how did it came to your life?
It came because it was my last choice. Yeah, you put some schools you like, some colleges you like. So it was my last choice because my grades were for that college. It was very low, so I said to myself, okay, agronomist it is. Yes. And we don't have as a family a huge amount of plants to grow, for example.
Okay, so we cannot really talk with him about gardening as we intended to do that. No, don't worry. We also are not really into gardening, but we were
really
talking.
Not.
We are really not. This is the proper phrasing. But of course, as I said at the start of the show, I really appreciate those people who are, because it's just I'm fascinated by that some people figure out that they will move out of the city and they will produce everything on their own, and it's a huge work. It's like a daytime job, actually.
Yeah,
if they want to have
it,
everything,
have to get up early in the morning and all of that shit.
Yeah, all of that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
As agronomist, I studied in Kalamata. It's called a town. I have great memories from Kalamata, and the studies was the opportunity to do something with the music in another town. It wasn't my goal to study as an agronomist.
Okay.
But to change towns and to do stuff with music.
Haha. Okay, so music is kind of everywhere in all of your decisions. We can say so. Oh, well, since we mentioned Lala, I think that we might play a track from him because you requested this. And since I also noticed that we are starting to approach the end of the show, which means we have like 22 minutes. So I think I will play this song for you. We will return after. And, we only haven't played one of your tunes, which I'm going to leave to the end of the show, of course. It's also a classic one, but before that, now we are going to play Lala and Gyroscope Scareoscope Halloween Mix, because you requested it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Cute.
Yeah, I said you rock, and then Slaygon added you metal. Oh my god. Really?
Oh, now I saw that.
Yeah, it's like, it's a Slaygon type of humor. Definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. Very much so. My goodness.
Good. They are not fighting. Zelda entered the room, and there's a bit of tension between the two cats.
Oh yeah.
But they can coexist, at least for a little while, I guess. Hopefully.
For a little while.
Yeah, hopefully for at least 20 more minutes.
Yeah, at least. After that, they can have any sort of fights. No. Hopefully they won't, but... my goodness. We didn't talk about, actually, future plans related to tracks, because you opened up with 3 amazing tracks, right? Last year. And what is now ahead? Like, we heard one of your previews right at the start, and I wonder what's next.
What's next? My main goal is I started Commodore 64 remixes or covers. As my main goal is to do 10 covers of Commodore 64.
Oh.
To do 10 covers with videos. So we have future.
Nice. So 6 more to go after Golden Axe.
Definitely.
Yes.
Cool.
4 is almost done. I don't know how the video is doing, but
the video will be out Saturday.
oh,
Yes.
so
Tomorrow we are filming it,
wow. Okay.
and it will be ready at Saturday night.
Oh, that's
Very nice.
quite a fast job then, and it's really nice to hear that. So you are almost at the half of your plans. And what
Yes,
happens
yes.
after you did 10 of them? You
10
will
more.
Stop.
10 more, exactly. I think I will figure out something, and I hope for collaborations with Commodore 64 family.
So
Looking forward to that.
have everyone heard this? I mean, remixers.
I can repeat it if someone didn't hear that.
So everyone be quiet. Shh. We have an important message from Vaggelis Papadopoulos here. What did you say there earlier?
I was saying that I will give $2,000 to collaborate with me in Commodore 64 mixes.
And I'm going to be a matchmaker here. Slaygon, you needed some guitars, I think.
Yes. Could you venture to guess if I asked him already or not?
Ah, you did. Okay, of course you did.
I said I do, and he gave me a ring. The merit is almost there.
Okay, I see. So from now on, I'm out of the story. I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah, you live a happy life.
We will invite you to our wedding, and I hope you can make it.
Okay. How could I miss that? Oh. Well, what here I cannot really know. So, yeah, we talked about the tracks and related to any other things, because we didn't ask you about your private life yet. Any plans for the future? Anything that your dream is, or you want it to come true, or
I would like world peace.
Ah, okay.
I would like to keep continue doing music. It's very important to me. And I hope Greece will get out of the crisis because we had enough.
Oh yeah.
Enough is enough.
Yes. What else? Health, the common stuff,
the usual,
everyday stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing too fancy. And worldwide career. Nothing too fancy.
Okay.
Just a small stuff, you know.
Yeah. Like being a well-known pop star. No, not pop star, rock star. Sorry. Oh, how could I say that? Obviously.
But my main dream is, and I hope to live it one day, is to play with European power metal band or other band, other gender band in metal.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That would be awesome. I would so go to such a concert. My god. Like power metal.
I will give you in the invitation close because I know you like very much power metal.
Oh yeah, right.
And I think it's a European thing. Power metal people from Europe love power metal.
Yeah.
American, they don't know the term power metal.
Huh. Okay.
It's a little bit of European thing.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that much. It's just I haven't think of it that they don't. I know one or two power metal bands that actually have toured in the US as well. I think, including Dragon Force, probably.
Dragon Force?
Yeah, and maybe Sonata Arctica too. I think.
I see.
Not really sure, but I think they did. And yeah, that kind of. Maybe they love their music, but power metal is not that much of a big thing there. So that's a great question.
Yes.
But
it's like Scorpions in Europe. Americans don't know Scorpions as much as we as Europeans know.
Oh.
And the opposite. Kiss, for example, in Europe they're not so famous.
They were huge in Sweden.
In Europe.
And I think in Hungary too, kind of. Yeah, it's like we knew them for sure. They were a big thing, kind of.
Yeah, definitely a big thing here, at least.
For example, in Sweden, bands Greece knew about ABBA. ABBA is huge in Greece, but Kiss in Greece not so much. Scorpions mostly, and Scorpions give frequently concerts in Greece.
Ah, so lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's great to know. They are a big
name. And it's kind of a Greek joke because Scorpions come so much frequently that if you won't see them once, okay, next month you can see the next month. so frequently.
Wow, I didn't know that really. That's so nice. Do you have any other bands that are visiting Greece regularly, like really regularly, and they are well known?
I think many bands come to Greece and from the metal genre because I believe we have one of the best crowds.
Ah, okay. So party people all around. They just love to party.
What else would they be doing?
What do you mean?
It's
what
sunny.
else?
It's sunny all the time.
Of course. Yeah, that's a good point.
We jinx that sunny weather and it's raining cats and dogs.
That's your one rainy day of the year.
Wow, so lovely. I think that since we are slowly approaching... Do you want to piss off Boko here?
No, I was whistling Wind of Change.
Right, okay. Yeah, since our cat turns out to be freaked out when there's a whistling going on a bit, but never mind.
Oh.
Since I think that we were talking about so many things, do you think that we haven't mentioned something that might be important?
Let me check. My beauty check. We talk about it.
Check.
Check. About food, we talked off the air. I think that's all.
Okay.
That's all.
You forgot to mention your dazzling smile.
Indeed.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a shame that we don't. People won't see my smile today, but I will Photoshop a wide smile on my face and I will post it on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. The
Perfect.
picture that we used is a very serious metal picture.
or in the Golden Axe video of Saturday, I will have only my smile and the music at the background.
Perfect. Just a row of teeth.
And I believe it's cheaper that way. It's a photo.
Exactly. It's quick.
Yes.
Oh, it was really lovely to have you. And I think we
guys.
Thank you.
thank you for
The
for
pleasure
your
was all mine.
thank you for all the time that you spent with us. It's so lovely to see new people join, and if they do such a kick-ass music, it's even better. So
Thank you very much.
it's so nice, and I really hope that you keep up the good work, and you will soon get to 10, and of course after that you won't stop, hopefully.
There's always
I
10
hope,
more.
I hope.
and
I hope-
hopefully
I
you
hope.
won't stop until world domination. So
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I told you before that with you guys, time flies fast. That means I'm having a great time with you, and I'm so happy that I met you in person.
And also,
Likewise.
likewise, yes, absolutely. We didn't really perceive that the show is kind of over. So
No, that went really fast.
yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes.
So thank you once again so much for your participation and for entering the remix scene. And we are looking forward to hear more from you. And,
Thank you very much.
And anything pops up or you do, new videos or whatnot, we can always let know the listeners as well if something is coming out. So
Thank you very much, and there is an open invitation to visit Greece again.
oh, thank you so much. I think that it would be really lovely. At
Yeah,
one
just
point.
make sure the cats and dogs are out from the country by then.
Okay. I will check the weather once a day for you.
Well, thank you so much. And as closing up the thing, I think, we might come back just to say goodbye after this block war session. But as closing up our talk, we will play the Great Giana Sisters rock metal cover from you. And if you could, I don't know, tell a few words about that remake before we play it and say a final goodbye, that would be nice.
Lala says, thank you, Vaggelis.
Oh yeah, also
thank
thanks
you.
you.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is all mine. About the Giana Sisters.
Yeah.
I love the original music because it has something sad, and it's like sadness and happiness together.
Yeah, that is definitely it.
And it combines it perfectly.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when I heard it for the first time, and I said to myself, "You must cover it. You must do a remix." And I try to be as close to the original as I can in the covers, because that's me.
Oh,
because
lovely.
I work this way. I like it very much to do as much as I close to the original.
I see. Yeah,
theme.
definitely.
That's very nice.
And we can relate to it as well.
Yeah. And Michael Wildhagen on Facebook says, wishing Vaggelis all the best for the future and hopefully more stunning remixes.
Definitely.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And
thank you very much. I have no words. Thank you.
Thank you once again for joining us. And yes, here comes Giana Sisters remix, and after that we will say goodbye to everyone with the last song. So
thank you for joining us.
Indeed, it was great fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys.
See you around.
Thank you.
And hope to hear soon from you.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
That was it. Vaggelis Papadopoulos, and I'm really hoping that I can pronounce it for now, at least.
Yeah, it was something like Papadopoulos, I think.
Papadopoulos.
Something like that.
Indeed. And since we reached the end of the show, it appears so, we have a final request lined up for Lord Evil, who wanted to see LP Chip and Trez. It's a nice, relaxing exit tune, I think so.
It is indeed.
And what you can count on for this month, well, for this month, I can surely tell you that next week we will be back. However, after it, either Slaygon might do a show alone, or
Not alone.
not alone. He doesn't dare to do that alone, of course. I understand. So,
Who was it? Michael Wildhagen again on Facebook said earlier when we talked about marriage and all of that. Next live show from Slay Radio with Slaygon and Vaggelis.
indeed. Yeah, that might be something, right? So, yeah, indeed. I don't know. I'm leaving for a little while since I'm between job shifting, and I definitely have to visit my home country and some family and some friends as well. So on 26th, there will be no show. But, of course, after that, I will return as well. And next week on 19th, you can count on us coming back. And, of course, you can also count on Boz Radio as well as always, because Boz usually does his hump show on Wednesdays. And, of course, he has dozens of broadcasters. So you just have to check out the schedule if you want to be entertained.
BozRadio.com.
Indeed. And there are so many live shows now scheduled that I cannot even read them. So go and check out BozRadio.com and schedule part. So, was there anything that I was missing?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. In this case, thank you everyone for tuning in and listening and staying with us. Thank you, Vaggelis, once again for staying with us as well. And I think, yes, we will be back next week. Have a very good night. And here comes LP Chip with Trez, Chill Down Mix.
Sleeping tight. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Play Radio, brought to you by C64.org and a hell of a lot of bandwidth.